welcome to another edition of BeerAmerica.tv. I am Paul Leone with...
John Pinkerton.
It's right there on your shirt.
That's me.
And David Little has been kind enough to join us again. And as I said before, he is the reluctant president of the Savannah Brewers Club. And
absolutely.
Which is going on...
Brewers League.
Brewers League, sorry. The Club League. Brewers League, which is going on behind us here. And David has brought us another beer.
If I don't get back to the meeting, they'll elect me for life. So I can't stay too long.
That's why I say reluctant.
Yes.
And David has brought another beer to the table. It's called Duck Rabbit.
Duck Rabbit.
Wee Heavy.
The Wee Heavy. Yeah.
The Wee Heavy. And it's from Farmville, North Carolina.
That's right.
And talk about this beer. What did you like about this beer and the story behind it?
I'm a big Scotch Ale fan. It's actually probably my favorite style. A lot of malt, a lot of good flavors. The Wee Heavy is actually usually the most alcoholic of all of them. Again, for the winter season, it's a little more alcohol, kind of warm you up a little bit.
It's 8%.
8%. We need to pour some, don't we?
Yeah, go ahead and pour it. And for those of you who have been on the site for a while,
there you go. Nice. Ooh, what a man!
I'm not drinking out of that bottle. I did an earlier video on Rohrbach Brewery in Rochester, New York, and we talked about the Scotch Ale, and I actually really liked it. It's the first time I had a Scotch Ale. So if you want to go back to an earlier episode, look up Rohrbach, and there's a good section there about Scotch Ales.
There's a great, put the label back down, but if you look at the Duck Rabbit label, Phil, the owner and brewmaster, says that, there you go, take it up close. Says if you see the duck, you're thirsty. If you see the rabbit, you need a beer. So, take a look at it and see which one you
see that, Greg?
So.
Greg, thanks, Greg. Greg's running camera, as always, here for us, and drinking a little bit of Brother Thelonious, which we did a couple episodes ago. So, there you go.
What do you see? I always see the duck first.
I don't know.
I see the duck.
You see the duck?
I still haven't seen the rabbit.
All right,
All I
what does
see
that
is
mean?
the tan on the top.
Greg saw the rabbit.
Saw the rabbit? All right. Well, you need a beer. Get a beer. Get a beer. Get a beer.
I'm kind of like flip-flopping back and forth. It's one of those like bearded lady or...
the hag or the beautiful woman.
That's
exactly right.
Wow.
Bearded lady? Did I say bearded lady?
Bearded lady, but that's okay. We all have beards. So,
Beard.
So nice thing. I mean, what I love about the Scotch Ale, which is usually the most alcoholic, the highest alcohol of the Scottish ales. You got all that malt flavor, but man, there's a little
through the
bit
nose there.
Yeah.
Like that was. I just
nose
drank
hair?
it. No, through the nose there. Period. Through the nose, comma there.
Comma there.
Do you need a straw?
And as I was going down the back of my throat, I kind of got a nice little. I don't know. It was nice. Just sort of.
This is a great example of a beer that just reeks of malt. I mean, it's so malty, and that's classic of the style, really.
The beauty of the Scottish ales, and one of the reasons I love them, is that I'm a malt guy.
Right.
And the Scots, being thrifty, would find the things that when they were making
How
the
do you know the
beverages.
Scots are thrifty?
Oh, a bit of a Scot myself.
There you go. So I want to clarify that. So
kilt
you're not Scott
wearer,
bashing or
kilt wearer. No. I'm a card carrying kilt wearer myself. So,
okay.
But they always, when they were making their beverages, they found the things that were local and inexpensive. And you can grow barley and oatmeal and grains like that in Scotland, but you can't grow hops.
Okay.
So they're moist.
Too moist.
It's the dew from heaven. But anyway,
here we go.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go there. Not going to go. But so their beers and the whiskeys, right? So Scotch whiskey, which everyone knows, starts as a beautiful beer like this, and then becomes distilled. All the beers are just really malt forward. They had to pay the English for the hops, so they would have very few hops in their beers. So it's just a delicious smell.
As a Scotsman, you don't want to pay the English for anything.
No.
And again, the reason why we have this beer is because this time of year is because I think it's another great example of a beer to enjoy for the holiday season with whatever you're enjoying, whether it be turkey or beef or lamb or whatever. This is a great warm weather beer.
And November 30th is St. Andrew's Day.
There you go.
Which is St. Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland. He's Scotland's not quite as much fun to go partying with patron saint like Ireland has St. Patrick. So, so yeah, for the end of November, this is the beer that you need to drink. So.
I can honestly say though, I have more fun on St. Andrew's Day than I do on St. Patrick's Day.
Is it?
It's
a thing for you.
I actually remember fewer.
David has been kind enough to invite me to the St. Andrew's dinner for the past couple of years, and
a successful St. Andrew. The successful St.
Andrew
Andrew is the one that we don't get arrested. So that's success for us. So. Well, these guys are known as the dark beer brewers. I mean, that's all they brew are dark beers. Big malty hop. The hop is part of it, but they're known for their malt, and that's the stuff that I love. So.
You got it nailed. This is one of the best Scottish ales I've tasted in a long time.
It really is.
This is really good. And I actually judged. I judged Scottish. Well, Scottish styles are, as a category, are divided into 3 subcategories in the JBF. So you've got sort of the lighter end, sort of the medium, and then the wheat heavies. And then they have another category called Scottish style strong ales, or Scotch style strong ales, which are like the really strong ones. But I have to say, this one probably ranks up there in the Scotch style, because I think wheat heavies like cap out at like 7 something.
7?
Right?
7.5 or 8.
8%.
Like even the wheat heavy, or even the Scotch style. The high end of that is like only 8 something.
Oh yeah. Well, the Scottish beers tend to be lower alcohol, big in flavor, but lower in alcohol because you get alcohol from the malt. Malt costs money,
right?
So you make as good as good a beer as you can for as little money as possible. So.
Which is interesting because we tend to most beer people tend to associate the big, strong, syrupy, malty ones with what a Scotch ale is or Scottish ale. And as it turns out, most of the Scottish styles are actually on the weaker end of the spectrum.
Right.
And I'm making myself sound like a style geek, and I'm actually the opposite of that. I really don't like to dick around with like nitpick about styles, but
brew what's good.
The bottom line is this is a fantastic beer. I tend to actually, you're a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. I tend to like the hoppier end of things, or vice versa probably, but
there we go.
Or not at all. I'm not sure. But
I'm more rock and roll. I'm actually more punk, dude. I mean, that's.
Oh, I can see that.
I mean, 1980s.
You're a Sex Pistols guy, all right? Yeah.
Right. I went to school in Athens when REM was there, so.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
I'm sorry. Now I'm feeling really, really old.
But the.
That's all right.
I completely lost my train of thought now.
Well, I think
a little bit country, a little bit hops, malt.
Oh yeah,
small
but despite the fact that I'm more of a hoppy guy, when somebody nails it like this, it's always just a beautiful thing.
Well, it's the Duck Rabbit Wee Heavy Scotch Style Ale from North Carolina, and I think it's a rousing thumbs up here from all 3 of us. Not that we're rating any beers, but we all seem to really enjoy the Scotch ales.
We're not rating,
same style, but we like it. So
3 thumbs up. No, that's sorry.
That's it for another edition of BeerAmerica.tv. Pink, if you want to get a hold of us, at BeerAmerica.tv, and Paul at BeerAmerica.tv. And thank you, David Little.
You need to be like white at, or green.
That pink is his problem, not mine. Don't drag me into the whole color thing.
Before we conclude here, where did the microphone cover go?
Oh yeah, by the way, this
sorry.
This is a microphone cover for the boom mic, and David.
They were complaining about the sheen off the top of my head, so we had to find something to cover it. So.
Through the magic of television, we've solved that problem.
So thanks to everybody who have been coming to the site and leaving comments. I encourage more of that. And again, any suggestions or comments you might have about how we could do things better, beers that we might be able to try, send them our way. We'd love to hear from you. So that's it for this edition.
Get rid of that Pickerton guy.
Sorry. I'll get those, but don't worry about it.
As we say in Scotland, slunge.
Cheers.
Lawn chair.
Isn't that too?